So, of course, the latest in the news is about this Burger King baby. And right away, I could feel my blood pressure going up. The baby was abandoned, I believe, in a Burger King. So, it wasn't like dropped in a dumpster or anything. I'm not sure of all the details, but I think the baby was dropped off in a Burger King. The child was adopted by by a man and woman, husband and wife, and she had always wanted to find her mother, and she, did a search, and she found her mother finally, and they had this old joyful reunion on the news this morning, and as I said, of course, being an MRA, we're always thinking these issues, what if it was a man, and it certainly wouldn't have been like this. Look, I don't want it to be because they hunt down men for child support as deadbeats, and that we should all of a sudden start doing this with women, but what she did was terribly wrong, actually. What about the father of that child? Why are we not even asking about the father of this girl, the real father? Why isn't that as important as her finding her mother, the person? Well, okay, maybe. Okay, there's a little detail here. The woman said she was raped. Okay, all right. So I could see maybe in this case, I don't see any reason to dispute the claim of this the 16-year-old that she was raped, and she gave birth I believe, at home without her parents' consent, I believe. Well, if this had been a boy, a 16-year-old is not a 6-year-old. They do have some culpability. In some states, they're treated as adults. So this 16-year-old girl may be, going through a rape, traumatic. But she still knows that, right from wrong, you would think. And to dispose of a baby in that way is plainly wrong. I don't know what the punishment should be, and I'm sure the questions are being asked. So I can't say that she's not getting all these hard questions asked. If it was a man, they certainly might have come to him for child support, or if I don't know. I don't know. Actually, I'm thinking about doing a protest of the March of Dimes, because they are coming up with they're pushing routine testing of newborns for all sorts of health reasons. But I don't see anywhere about paternity testing, and you would think that would be one of the basic tests to take to find out who your parents are, find out who your father is, for sure, upon birth. That really should be required, at every birth, because not just the relation here is that this girl, I believe she's 27 now, who was abandoned at Burger King. She was told that she was adopted, and she knew the story, but she always wanted to. She had a curiosity, as most adopted children have. They're curious about their real parents. It's a basic drive to know who your people are, in the words of Cornell Smith. It's got to be probably the basic drive. I mean, sure, I love my adoptive parents, but they're all my parents. I've inherited characteristics from them. They're like me. They're my people. And I should know who they are. I have the right. We all have the right to know who our people are in the 21st century with the technology that we have. Upon birth, a child should know who their parents are, or who aren't, as Cornell Smith has brought out. That you'd be surprised how many men are bringing up children who they think are theirs and they are not theirs, and they find out later through divorce or other reasons. word gets around in the neighborhood. But that's horrible to do to anyone. We should society should not condone this. And I am planning a protest at the March of Dimes to say what's your stand on routine paternity testing. I mean, if all these health tests are important, wouldn't you think knowing who the father of the child is that slightly important? Somewhat important? Or very important? Even just for health reasons. But beyond that, the truth, to know who your parents are. Oh, moms might object. Is this not politically correct? Certainly feminists will not agree to this. Yeah, mom likes to get away with things. Some moms. That's wrong. That's paternity fraud. And here's something that's not really related, but I've always wanted to bring this up. I might have at some point, but I was listening to an episode of Tales from the Infrared, and I heard a really good comeback to the often told bullshit that when a father wants to get custody of their child, that they just want to get out of paying child support. Well, the retort, and it was beautifully spoken, someone on the show there, I want to take care of my children. I don't want to pay someone to take care of my children. Exactly. That's bullshit. Define my children. That's sort of an oxymoron when someone's not allowing me to take care of my children. Because if they were my children, no one would be telling me anything. So anyway, related to this, and child support this is an idea I've always had. Now this is sort of like just to stir the pot a little bit, but this may apply to some people. There are some really crazy situations out there. Maybe this might apply to more circumstances than I think of. Maybe I'm being too optimistic, but it seems crazy that us in the movement, we know what goes on. Child support, there's no stipulations made on child support. It's a lump sum that goes to the custodial parent and the mother usually, and there's no stipulation as to where it goes. Don't even really know if it's the correct amount that a child really needs. Many of us think that it's in excess. I think child support should be probably a set fixed amount as to how much a child might need, not a set amount as to how much the parent makes or parents make, because with some of these entertainment and celebrity divorces, you hear about children getting child support of $24,000 per month because they really need all that money. That child, they probably have a healthy appetite, maybe, I don't know. But all right, my idea is when a child is possibly of an age to decide who they want to live with, if you're a non-custodial parent and you're paying child support, but you want your kid with you maybe also. So let's think. This child support you're paying goes to your ex. Your actual child doesn't really see any of it. Okay? Maybe this would help in instances of where the child is maybe not being well taken care of by your ex. Maybe there's no money. Maybe the kids are wearing ragged clothes and you're paying child support. For the child's good and your own good, how about this? You offer to the child, listen, if you come live with me, this money I'm paying on child support to mommy, I will give to you. Okay? So it doesn't matter to me. I'm paying the same amount, but I would rather see you get the money. Johnny or Betsy. Isn't that best for all? Actually I thought about that. You can make a deal. You don't have to give the full amount of child support to the child, in exchange for the child in court saying, I want to live with daddy now. I want to live with daddy now. I live with mommy for 6 years. Now I want to live with daddy. Okay? So now the child comes lives with daddy, and now this money that was formerly going mainly really to support an ex-wife who maybe took it easier because she got this child support tax-free. But that's irrelevant. The point is, this money now is actually going towards your child. Maybe you make an agreement that half of it will be put in set aside in an account for your child's college. Unlike what the mother might have been doing with it, who knows? It was really up to her. But this will be an agreement between you and your child, and maybe some of the money will be set aside in an account for the child to use. This can happen to only a child who can really reasonably decide what's best for them. And it may be best for them because, hey, look, I'm 12 now, or I'm 15 now. If dad's going to put all this money in an account for me for college, or for whatever I want, for maybe a nest egg for me, child support, remember? Don't forget child is in that. Might be good for all around. What did I have here? Oh yeah. So now if the child's living with dad, I was thinking to myself, well, he may or may not want to pursue get child support from the mother. But in this crazy world, he may not even have a choice. If custodial household changes, she may have to pay him child support. And that's totally fair. Right? Totally fair, correct? He was paying her child support, now she pays him child support. And now it's irrelevant what the father's now giving his arrangement to the son or daughter. I mean, his money is being reimbursed by the mom. And he's actually giving it to the child. So think about that idea. I watched the coverage of Janice Fiamengo's speech at Queen's University. I guess it was just recently in March 2014, and it was amazing. She's riveting. My God, she's brilliant. I have to say, man, she said it all, and I would, if she's the cat, I hope we have many more like her out there, and I think we have them in our movement. So until next time, take care.